Welcome to episode number 2 of Facebook Ads Advanced Guide, where we're diving into the nitty-gritty consumer psychology and marketing fundamentals that allows us to create Facebook ads that convert for our clients. Today, we'll be talking about market sophistication. Now, with market sophistication, I bet the easiest way to start off this is by looking at the screen, and I want you to take a look at this. We have a couple different boxes. And, basically just wanted you to kind of think of like, hey, what box are you picking here? Because this is a great example of market sophistication. Take a second real quick. Which box are you picking? Now, let's go to the next one. Same thing. Which box are you picking now? Okay, cool. Let's go to that one. All right. What box are you picking? Okay. Now, what box are you picking? Okay, cool. So what I want to give you guys real quick is this is a great example of market sophistication. So with market sophistication, it's all about playing chess and being one step ahead of your competitors, all right, by saying things differently. So right now, this is what your ads look like. This is you. This is the other brand that's running ads for the same product. This is the other brand selling ads for the same product. This is that big brand that does $100 million a year selling the same product. This is like your grandma who just started drop shipping and like she's doing the same thing as you. This is your buddy, Chris, he's also doing the same thing as you. This is that dude from India that's just fucking obliterating you in sales right now. Yeah, he's also doing the same thing as you. Yeah, that's that Russian guy and like that's that Australian guy. So keep in mind here, when everyone is saying the same thing in the creative and filming the creative the same way and saying the same thing, it all looks the same. And it becomes difficult for the consumer to pick what particular brand they want to go with. So with market sophistication, it's all about being one step ahead. So when I asked you this, hey, which box are you picking, when we went over to a stage 2 sophistication and hey, now all of a sudden this particular brand is doing way better. Why? Because they're doing something different. They're saying something different that makes them stand out, right? So that was probably a portion of y'all that actually chose this right here. Now, what happened when, hey, this person's doing everything right? Guess what? Everyone decides to do the same thing. So that person, oh my God, we're crushing it. We're doing something differently. Now everyone's doing the same thing. Well, guess what? We don't just like immediately go back. We actually look at what can we do differently again. And that's where we introduce this. All right. So lose 18 pounds in 4 weeks. First, won their drug for losing. Now all of a sudden, guess what? This is probably something right here that some of you guys picked. Now, what I want to look back at is this is a stage 1 market sophistication. This is where you enter a market, there's no other products and no other solutions to solve a particular problem, right? So 95% of the marketplaces you guys are entering, it's probably saturated. I'm just going to let you know now. This is a stage 2. So this is the second person that comes to a marketplace solving a particular problem. So this is your buddy, Chris. He's first person ever to discover how to lose fat. So he's talking about how to lose fat. Well, guess what? You come in with the second product ever for losing fat. Again, product or solution, not just product. And guess what? You say lose 18 pounds in 4 weeks. Now all of a sudden people are rushing to you because you're offering a little bit more specific. I know this is not Facebook compliant. Just hold your comments now because I'm already waiting for the people to comment below. Well, you can't say that on Facebook. No shit. I'm trying to give you a freaking example here. All right. Now, same thing. Lose 18 pounds in 4 weeks. Everyone's saying the same thing. Well, guess what? What you need to do is you can keep exaggerating it, but reality is you're going to get to a point where if you keep exaggerating it, is you're going to get to where people won't believe you anymore. So, what if I just kept pushing this? Lose 100 pounds in 4 days. People are like, what? You smoking crack? He probably honestly is, to lose that much. But anyway, long story short, if you keep exaggerating, it's going to get a point of believability. There's been plenty of times on my YouTube channel where I'll be like, hey, here's how we scaled, how we literally did $500,000 in a single day. We even have one video, how we did $80,000 in 1 hour. I make these big flex case studies because I'm trying to appeal to people that actively know that's possible. And that's a significantly smaller amount of people than people who want to do $100 a day with Facebook ads. If I go make a video, here's how you can do $100 a day with Facebook ads, I'm going to get substantially more views, but I'm going to appeal to the wrong demographic because I don't want to appeal to people beginning. I don't want to appeal to people who want to make an extra $100 a day. I want to appeal to people that want to make an extra 10 grand a day in profit. That's the people I want to appeal to. Anyway, long story short, back to the video. Here is where we introduced a new mechanism. It's a new way to give people hope again. So, all right, cool. Like we had two people selling the same product. One person just had more exaggerated claims. Now, guess what? We're going to introduce a whole new way. And this incites hope into people where they were feeling hopeless. Hopeless is like, I've tried a lot of different things. Example is you're watching this YouTube channel right now. Where I create all my videos is it's actively targeting people that are already actively running Facebook ads. I do not appeal to beginners. I don't work with beginners. I don't create any content around beginners. I do that with the right intentions. So because I know you've already have some experience with Facebook ads, you've likely tried some different strategies, different campaign structures, different ways to create creatives, different ways to scale. And you got to a point where at one of those, you felt hopeless for a little bit. Wow, I just cannot get this Facebook ads to convert. I'm missing something. I don't know what. And then some random person says, oh, we'll try market awareness. And all of a sudden you're like, whoa, what is that? It's something new to get you the result that you want. So it's saying something new plus the result you want. And all of a sudden you're like, boom, what is that? I got to try it. And that's where we're coming in here for. We're calling out the new thing. And then we're saying again what people want, which is losing weight. Now, as mentioned, all those boxes represent all the other advertisers in the space. And market sophistication purely deals with the number of products people have used prior to using your product. That's the way I want you to keep it at. Yes, there's a level of number of ads they've seen, but let's just keep it simple for today. It's focusing on the number of products someone's tried and failed with before seeing your product. So here's another example right quick. And I'm going to show you guys a variety of different examples here for today. But stage one, you're literally first to market. Again, 95% of you guys watching these videos, you are not first in a market. And also too, we want to focus back on desire. So we talked about desire last video. I don't know if you guys remember in the last video where I talked about desire and I showcased like desire for weight loss. And I showed like 3 different ads, all hitting on desire for weight loss, but different types of products or services. Same thing here with market sophistication. You are looking at all of the products and services in the marketplace that solve that particular desire. So if there's no other products that solve that desire, no other services that solve that desire, you are literally the only person. You created this whole new thing and it's the first person to the marketplace. Then you are stage one. Then you can literally just say, hey, lose ugly fat, keep it off for life. Very straightforward. Now, stage 2 right here, this is where we're exaggerating that claim a little bit. And trust me, just bear with me. I'm going to give you guys some Facebook ad examples in a second here. Just give me a second. I'm trying to give you guys articulate this. And if you want to learn more about this, this all comes from this book right here, Breakthrough Advertising. You can get it from breakthroughadvertisingbook.com. I'm not an affiliate or anything like that. It's just letting you know now. Like I literally just love this book. It's changed my life. It helped me a lot as a marketer. So this is again where you're second to marketplace. All right. You're second to marketplace. All you want to do is exaggerate the claim. You want to push the boundaries a little bit. Again, if you go beyond belief, that's where it's going to be like, oh, I don't really believe you. Imagine if I uploaded a video today, how I got 100x ROAS at $50,000 in spend. It's like, what the fuck, Nick? No, that's not real. Like we all kind of know like a 3 to 4x ROAS is like good. Anything beyond that, it's like, okay, like, that's not really the best thing I've seen. All right, next one, exaggerate will beat your agency revenue. This is one ad right here. This particular brand was running where like they'll talk about how they're going to beat your agency's results and stuff like that. Yeah, just another agency saying they can do better results than another agency. That's all it is. Now, stage 3, here we're talking about, basically introducing a new mechanism. Now, we'll go over in a few examples in a second here, but I just really want you to take this in because this was a big game changer for me. You're focusing on all of the products or services that someone can access or has tried to solve a particular desire. So like, for example, make money. When I was a brokey back in the day, I tried 10 different businesses. All right. I tried multi-level marketing. I've ran for like Advocare and Team National. I was part of that. I started up like 2 or 3 drop shipping stores. I started a detailing business. I started an eBay store selling random shit. Like I've tried a lot of different variety of things. I even had an editing channel, editing videos for people, another YouTube channel. If you can find that, that's cool. But yeah, I do have another YouTube channel floating around with like probably 1,000 Call of Duty videos. Anyway, long story short, I've tried a lot of these other things. Now, the whole Facebook ads agency was a new mechanism for me. I wasn't aware of. And actually, it was Sam Ovens that introduced that to me when he had his consulting.com. So that was the new mechanism, a new way for me to make money. But I was also competing, like all the other offers were competing for that desire as well. Me just getting a regular job, that's another way for me to make money. Me taking off my eBay store, that's a way to make money. So all of these other things were all competing for my money, selling me the idea of making more money. So that's what you have to look at. So we have to introduce a whole new mechanism. We can't just say make more money. It's how to, make 8 figures a year running a Facebook ads agency, how to make more money with a Facebook ads agency. Facebook ads agency has made the most millionaires, like things like that introduces a new mechanism for that desire of making more money. Also too, now kind of going back to like e-com and everything, we're going to go back to like the 1960s where you could literally say anything you wanted in Facebook ads or advertising and get away with it. This right here was going back to Lucky Strikes, which is actually a cigarette brand back in the day. And if you ever watched, it's like Mad Men. I think it's Mad Men, where it just kind of goes back to like the agency game back in the day. And Lucky Strikes, they were trying to find a way to essentially separate them from the competition. Now, all the cigarette brands were made exactly the same, but Lucky Strike decided to highlight something completely different. Hey, I want cigarettes. All right, cool. Well, we can't talk about like all these other things anymore. We needed a new way to separate us from the competition. So what Lucky Strike did was that they highlighted something that all of them were doing, but they highlighted to make it seem like it's unique and different. So they put Lucky Strikes, it's toasted. So they called out a whole new way of making the cigarettes, even though all of them were doing that toasting process. It just separated them because they were the only ones that were highlighting it. It made it seem special for them. This was really good for back in 2022. I saw this from Social Savannah. This post blew up that she made, and it's called Advantage Plus Shopping Campaigns for the Future of Facebook Media Buying. She's introducing a new mechanism. She's introducing a new way for success with Facebook ads. And what had happened there was that there was a lot of people commenting below saying, oh, I failed with Facebook ads, or I can never get Facebook ads to convert. I can't wait to try Advantage Plus to see maybe it helps me out. So again, introducing a new hope. And that's where I really want you to take away this, is that the new hope is the biggest thing, because you're introducing, all right, hey, I failed with this particular thing multiple times. I failed over and over and over and over. But now that we're introducing something new I've never heard of, it gets me spiked up again to try to apply this. So if she just said, the future of Facebook media buying, or like for running Facebook ads in 2023, it's not as powerful of a hook right there, because it's not calling anything new out that what other people have failed at. A great example from Todd V Dating right here. People who are in the pickup niche, they know about attraction and stuff like that. They've tried a lot of different ways for like attraction. But then what Todd did was he introduced a new mechanism, fractionation, the ultimate attraction secret. He introduced a new mechanism to get people what they want that they failed at multiple times already. This is something else that I did personally. GPT 4.0, this is back in the day when ChatGPT came out. GPT 4.0 has skyrocketed our Facebook ad creative output over the last 7 days. So I'm talking about a desire, which is increasing the number of Facebook ads that we can push out on a weekly basis. And then I'm just introducing a new mechanism, which is GPT 4.0. And here's how you can do that yourself. Now, back to like the Facebook ad side. Basically, this is just a couple different ways right here. This one talks about cool sculpting, which is a new way to basically burn fat off, freeze away fat. This is another one right here where it's basically talking about some caffeine strips that just melt on your tongue. So literally simple as just put it on your tongue and then boom, you have caffeine. So basically just introducing a new way to solve things. It even talks about like saying goodbye to energy drinks. Now, next we're going to stage 4. So stage 1, you're the first ever to the marketplace. Stage 2, you're the second to the marketplace, but you're selling the same product or service. So you just basically exaggerate. Now, stage 3, you're introducing a new way. All right. So either highlighting something new in your product or introducing a new product to the marketplace, one of those two things, and you're introducing a new way to give people what they want. Now at stage 4, you're taking that same, hey, I've tried this, or like I'm working with this mechanism, this new mechanism, and I'm just exaggerating it. I'm exaggerating that mechanism. So here we have OBK, first no diet reducing wonder drug. So again, first no diet reducing wonder drug. That's a stage 4. So we're talking about a limitation, which is all these other drugs you have to like use a diet and all that. This is saying no diet wonder drug. Let's go back to the 3.0 real quick. 3.0, the first won their drug for reducing. So they introduced a new drug, and then what they did was they looked at that drug and they looked at what everyone hated about it was that you had to follow a diet and stuff like that. So they just introduced that, hey, here's the first thing you can do for reducing that does not require diet. Now, let's look at stage 4 from a Facebook ad creative perspective. Energy drinks is a really big when I saw this, where like everyone's just trying to one up each other in the number of caffeine that's in the product. You know, again, there's a certain limitation as well, because like start off at like 80, 100 milligrams, and then it kind of went up to like 150, 200. I think it got as high as 300 milligrams. I haven't seen anything higher than 300 milligrams, which I think isn't a bang. But yeah, so people were kind of pushing those boundaries real quick. Also, zero sugar, you know, like calling out things people hate about other energy drinks, and they're just making theirs better. It's all you're doing. So energy drinks, for example, is another type of mechanism in the marketplace. It's one of the different things you can do for desire for more energy. Now, stage 5. So there's a stage 5 market sophistication that you go to. And the cool thing about stage 5 sophistication, it's kind of like where everything like starts back over again. So stage 5 market sophistication is focusing more on identity. So the easiest way to explain this is that if we go back to like 2015, for example, that's at least when I got started with Facebook ads, but there's people in the early ages of like 2012, 2013. And these are like when markets are created, Facebook ads are created. So when people start saying, hey, I'll come and run your Facebook ads. It's like, cool, let's do it. Boom. Well, then guess what? They failed with them, didn't see the results. So then someone else pitched them, hey, I get a 3x ROAS with Facebook ads. Cool, that's what I need. Boom, come run my Facebook ads. Then it's like, fuck, that didn't work too. Okay, cool. Now I'm feeling hopeless around Facebook ads. Then all of a sudden, try Nick's new CBO strategy. All right, cool. Boom, try it. Introduce a new mechanism. It gets them excited again. And then boom, like it didn't work. So then it kind of goes back to the next one. Okay, well, here's how to, CBO strategy with, I don't know, what people hate about it without testing new creatives. I don't know, some shit like that. Cool, let me try it. Boom. All right. So it kind of works its way up throughout it. But then we get to a stage 5, which is, okay, hey, like none of these things worked. Like, how do I separate myself? And that's when you start focusing on identity marketing. So all I kept saying was Facebook ads, Facebook ads, Facebook ads. Then we start looking at, all right, well, this is Facebook ads for e-com brands. That's how I separate myself in that stage 5. Hey, I know you failed with all these strategies and stuff like that, but I run Facebook ads for e-com brands only. Cool, let me try you out. Then it goes back to the next one. Well, I run Facebook ads for fashion brands because maybe like we failed with an e-com agency and it's like, I need someone that specializes with fashion. All right, cool. And then it's like, boom, they come on board. You run a Facebook ads fashion agency, for example. Then it's like, well, that didn't work because I have high ticket fashion products. So then it's like, we run Facebook ads for high ticket fashion brands. So that's kind of where that stage 5 is. Now, the reason why you don't go to a stage 5 in the beginning is because when that Facebook ads market is created, it's still very, very small. So as it grows, there's different pockets of people separated by different characteristics. And we can't appeal to those characteristics from a mass appeals perspective until the market kind of grows and everything. Like if you go look at like 2015, the number of high ticket fashion brands that were running Facebook ads was very small. So it was hard to make money just focusing on that particular identity. But then if you run ads for a couple of years, like the whole evolution of like Facebook ads evolving over the last couple of years, there's significantly more high ticket fashion brands that now you can go run ads for, and there's going to be a bigger pocket of people that you can actually sell to in that case right there. Now, how do you determine your market sophistication? What you want to do is you want to write down the name of your product plus the problem it solves or the desire that it goes after. Then after you do that, you want to list the competitors selling the same product as you. So like, for example, for me, I run Facebook ads for clients. Then I can go look at and list all the other Facebook ad agencies. Now, the next thing is you want to list the same competitors solving the same problem as you. So I focus on the desire of scale your Facebook ads or scale your Shopify store. So what I can look at is what are the other particular agencies that are also focusing on scaling Shopify stores, email marketing, Google, landing page design, CRO, advertorials, like these other types of agencies, because they're also competing with people who want to spend money with me. Now, what I want to do is I want to write down the stage of market sophistication your market is. So let me just give you an example really quick. If you have only like one person selling the same product as you, and there's no one selling or solving the same problem as you or the same desire as you, then likelihood you're in a stage 2 market or stage 1 market, and you can go to it stage 2. But if you have people that are selling the same product as you and people solving the same problem or desire as you, even if it's completely different, it's like it's a product and a service, then likely you're in a 3 or 4 market sophistication. Now, the key thing I said at the earlier of this video, it's like playing chess. So let's say, for example, if you have, like, for me, there's other people that are offering services to scale Shopify revenue. There's other people out there that are running Facebook ads. There's other people out there that's already introduced new mechanisms in the marketplace to get people what they want, which is to make more money with their Facebook ads. So for me, I could play in a stage 3 where I introduce a new mechanism, which is what I do, which is my emotion baiting mechanism, which has tremendously helped our clients a lot, make a lot of money with Facebook ads by understanding how to do proper emotional baiting in the creatives and stuff. Or I can go to a stage 4 market sophistication, which is, hey, everyone else is playing on broad targeting. Then I can go and say how I'm doing broad targeting better than everyone else. Or I could go stage 5, which is, hey, I only run Facebook ads for high ticket fashion brands. So I could play in either one of those games. So those are different parts I can play in. Which one's the correct way? It really doesn't matter, to be honest. They're all technically correct. It's more so of how easy it is. So, like, for example, if you have an e-com brand, a stage 4 is pretty easy to go to, because all you got to do is figure out, okay, hey, everyone hates this particular t-shirt because of, like, the arms for the guys. It doesn't make their arms pop out. I'm gonna go make a t-shirt where I'm just gonna tighten up the arms a little bit, makes the guys' arms pop out. Now all of a sudden it's like, I'm not introducing a new mechanism, I'm just simply making the shirt better, which is stage 4 market sophistication. I'm reviewing what other people hate about prior products. Stage 3 is going to introduce a whole new mechanism. So, like, for example, for me, it's like, it's easy as like a service-based business or like an agency and stuff. But when you're selling an e-com product, it becomes difficult, because for an e-com product, you have to basically just go create a whole new product. That's it. It's just a whole new way to satisfy desire. Now, that's very difficult for e-com, because you have to go innovate and create ideas and stuff like that and come up with things from scratch. So that's where it becomes a little bit more difficult. Stage 5 is pretty easy for e-com, because now it's just like, oh, hey, you know, I have a shirt for guys and makes their arms look big. Well, now I can go specific to an identity, the perfect shirt for guys who work out. I'm only selling this as like a shirt for guys who work out because it makes their arms look bigger. That's it. And I'm making all my marketing and my ad creatives and stuff like that appeal to that specific identity right there. So again, it's like playing chess. Which one we leverage is essentially which stage we want to go to be kind of like defensive or offensive, right to go with it. But it's staying one step ahead of competition. It's, you know, going back to the beginning stage right here. If everyone is saying lose fat, then what we want to say is lose 18 pounds in 4 weeks. If everyone is saying lose 18 pounds in 4 weeks, we want to say first wonder drug for losing. That's what we want to do. We always want to be one step ahead, but not too far ahead. So that way, you know, if we're too far ahead, then we can actually kind of miss the mark a little bit from there. Yeah, guys, hope y'all enjoyed this video. Again, this was part 2. And part 3, we'll be diving into market awareness. Then part 4, the finale, we'll actually be applying this and kind of like actually writing an ad, leveraging this. So hope you all enjoyed this video. Hit that like button, hit subscribe button, so that way you do not miss the next 2 parts that are being uploaded. And you guys have a great rest of y'all day. Y'all take care. Peace out.